So I literally woke up about, I'd say about 25 minutes ago, and I'm going through my emails and other things and finding things on intermittent fasting and things of that nature for weight loss. And it prompted me to make a quick video. Um, Insulin control is necessary for weight loss, but of course it's not as necessary as controlling the amount of calories you take in, or at least usually it isn't. I have spoken about how the starch solution destroyed my metabolism. I did gain an awful lot of weight on a relatively low calorie diet considering my activity level. And yeah, that's the truth. I've witnessed that firsthand. I've also witnessed the amazing benefit of diets that control insulin secretion, such as the Atkins diet and the Zone diet, which helped me lose massive amounts of weight with only moderate caloric restriction. So to say that hormones don't play a role in weight loss is just stupid. It's crazy. They do. They do. But to what degree is dietary modification necessary to get the insulin control that you need to lose weight? And it's not as crazy as people think. So intermittent fasting is like the new craze, and autophagy is the new craze. Well, exercise actually induces autophagy better than fasting. That's number one. And I'm going to leave a link in the description to show that. But the thing is, there are many ways to control insulin secretion. And in my opinion, the best way to control insulin secretion is to not eat foods that are ridiculously high on the glycemic index, and to focus on foods that are higher in protein, higher in fiber, and to consume monounsaturated fatty acids. And people will go, well, this all sounds like common sense. Of course it's common sense. Of course it's common sense. But the problem is that people aren't thinking with common sense anymore. This is why I always encourage people to actually buy like a college textbook on nutrition and read the textbook. Read what the textbook says about nutrition. And I still have to do my, I got a little off track, and right now I'm doing some, Santeria stuff and brujeria stuff and things of that nature, some cultural anthropology stuff, because I wanted to switch my mindset around. But I'm going to be doing in defense of the USDA diet, because there's nothing wrong with the USDA diet if it's actually followed properly. It's just people are choosing to eat foods that are unhealthy. And nobody, like, to be honest, if you want my honest opinion, I've worked with fat people in a mental health clinic. You don't know how many of them were following the USDA dietary guidelines? Zero. Zero. I have never met an obese person that was following the USDA dietary guidelines. Period. Not one. Okay? So, I mean, for people to claim these outrageous claims that the USDA diet is why everybody's fat is dishonest on the face of it, but also to claim that intermittent fasting is necessary for weight loss is also very dishonest, because it's not. There are many ways to control insulin secretion, and if you read Dirk Pearson and Sandy Shaw's book, which I still have to do a review on, the Life Extension Weight Loss Companion, or the Life Extension Weight Loss Plan, I have the book in the other room. But my point is there's deals primarily with fiber and digestive resistant starch. But the thing is, you don't want to just do one thing to lose weight. I do practice what some people call intermittent fasting, but it's not really. I fast, meaning I don't eat for 12 to 16 hours a day, but most of that time that I'm not eating, I'm sleeping. So it's not like I'm killing myself to starve myself or something like that. It's just having a late breakfast, really. It's nothing crazy. But some of these people that do these fasting, the thing is with diet, you don't have to torture yourself to lose weight. And people think you do. People think you need to do these extreme things to lose weight or to be healthy or things like that, and it's not necessarily true. I do recommend a 100% plant-based diet. I do recommend getting your protein from plant sources. And that this is beneficial in a couple ways because it increases your phytonutrient intake and it also increases your fiber intake. And fiber helps to control the rate at which carbohydrates enter the bloodstream. And this is one of the reasons I do not encourage a low carbohydrate diet. But fiber is considered a carbohydrate, and you need lots of fiber to function properly. Fiber has also been shown to help improve skeletal muscle retention and things of that nature. So there's a lot going on that people aren't understanding. So do you need to intermittently fast to lose weight? No. Do you need to intermittently fast to control insulin levels? No. What I wouldn't recommend is a lot of people recommend eating 4 to 6 small meals a day. I wouldn't recommend that because that is going to keep your insulin levels high. Okay, that is going to stimulate IGF-1, insulin growth factor, a lot. Okay, it may cause premature aging. I recommend eating 3 times a day, 3 large meals a day. I don't recommend snacking, things like that. Now, I do want people to understand I'm not a doctor, I'm not a dietitian, I'm not a nutritionist, I'm nothing like that. But what I want people to understand is this is what has worked for so many people, is just following a healthy diet. And I've made mistakes, like adopting that starch diet was a huge mistake. But the thing is, there are always ways to rectify your mistakes later. And you don't need these ridiculously extreme diets. And like a lot of people will, and I'm going to leave a link to the Eco Atkins diet. A lot of people consider the Atkins diet an extreme diet. It's not really that extreme. I would recommend people use the Zone diet or the South Beach diet because they're more, they're less aggressive. Of course, you're going to get less aggressive effects with those diets, but they're less aggressive, particularly the Zone diet. The Zone diet is probably hands down that's what I would always recommend to people, because hands down, it's the easiest one to follow. You're doing the same stuff every day, and it's controlling your insulin level, it's helping you get the right amount of protein, blah, 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 blah. The only thing I don't like about the Zone diet is how many times a day it's telling you to eat. That's the only thing I don't like about the Zone diet. But the thing is, you're obviously getting what you need from your diet on the Zone diet. You're going to get slower results, but you're going to get steadier results, and it's also more likely you're going to stay on the Zone diet than, say, the Atkins diet or something like that. A lot of people don't stay on. Like, the one problem with the Atkins diet is nobody really makes it to the end that I know of, except me. I made it to the end. In the end of the Atkins diet, it's basically just a dejunked, healthful diet full of whole foods, whole plant foods. In my case, 100% whole plant foods, etc. So you need to take into consideration what works and how to work it, if you know what I mean. And intermittent fasting, to me, does not sound like something that the average person is going to be doing very long. Okay? Even me, even my 12 to 16 hour fasts, some people can't do that. And that's even with, like, it's not even really a fast. It's like maybe a couple hours of not eating in the morning. You know what I mean? I kind of push it off a bit sometimes, but I'm also more used to being hungry than the average person. And the other thing is, you have to understand, not eating has side effects. Dizziness, low blood pressure, nausea, etc. So people that want to practice intermittent fasting, I would recommend, as a non-dietitian, as a non-doctor, as a layman, I would recommend people take into consideration simply looking at what you should be eating and eating what you should be eating according to the government standards. Because honestly, and I'm going to get into that, people are very confused about nutrition. And the reason why is they're not teaching nutrition like they need to be teaching nutrition. And that's all for this video. There's going to be a link. There's going to be many links in the description, and I'm going to put a disclaimer in the description warning people I'm not a healthcare practitioner, so please don't take this video as medical advice. Please don't take any of my videos as medical advice. But yeah, definitely if I was somebody that was trying to lose weight, which, you know, I'm still trying to, I'm down to 179 pounds. My weight loss has slowed. I'm trying to get down to 175 pounds. Yeah, you have to take into consideration everything that's going into your body and eat healthy foods. Eat healthy foods. Eat your olive oil. Don't eat a ton of olive oil, but eat your olive oil. Eat your high-fiber whole grains. Eat your high-fiber vegetables. Relax a bit on the fruit, maybe, unless you're having berries and things like that. And eat high-protein plant foods like legumes and soy products and things of that nature. And that's all for this video.